Good morning, friends. I thought I wouldn't make a video because I made this video. Well, actually, I made it live in our leaders group, and some consultant asked me, "Can you share it to the Fantastic family?" And you can't share lives from one group to another because if you're not in a group, then you don't get to see it. So I said I would make another one that I would record and then share. Um, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kim Mila Brennan. I've been with Sensi for almost 5 years already. That's crazy. Yes, I'm in my PJs, and it's an ugly, um, like an ugly sweater, whatever. The title of the video was "Don't Be Afraid of Failing and Don't Be Afraid to Share About It." Yeah, I know, scary, right? Um, I'm the type of person, I used to be the type of person that everything needed to be perfect for me. Like, I needed to be perfect in everything. And when I decided to join under Nick is my friend, um, it was only to earn the trips. Because when she told me about Sensi 6 months before I joined, I'm like, yeah, I'll translate the document in French for you, but I am not a seller, so oops, I'm not supposed to show my inventory. I'm not a seller, so yeah, I'll translate the documents, no problem, but that's it. Then 6 months after, we see each other again, and I keep seeing, like, she went to a cruise in like all the little Caribbean island. I'm like, I want that too. And then she was going to Vegas like the Sunday after our camping trip. Um, and she just earned a cruise to Mexico for 2 people. I'm like, I want trips for free. I love traveling. I love languages. I love different cultures. That was for me. So that was my love language. I'm like, okay, I don't really care about the money. That's not why I joined. Obviously, it's very nice. And yeah, so I joined. Nobody knew what Sensi was in my area. I'm in Quebec. And then eventually, 6 months after I joined, that's when I realized, okay, Sensi is the shit. And I want to do this full time. So and that was in World Tour. You need to go to World Tour or family reunion, anything. You need to do Sensi events. And I made new friends, but the reason why, yeah, I totally wiped my nose on my. Anyway, the reason why I'm making this video is because I remember even 5 years after, that the third day after I click join, I was so scared. I was so scared. I'm like, what did I get myself into? There's all these like stuff to learn on the workstation. I'm never gonna be able to sell this. That is what was going on in my head as a newbie with all this like information. And it was great. It's not like she was overwhelming me, but I like to learn. So I went and checked my stuff. I read all my consultant guide. But the third day, that was the first time I wanted to quit. And it happened a million other times after that. It's normal. Things will get tough. And maybe you're gonna lose your first rock star recruit, and that's gonna hurt. And it will. And you're gonna take it personal. But it's not about you. It is not about you. And people will quit. They probably will regret it if you keep going and you make the big bucks. They're like, I should have just stuck with it. because that happened to me. My first rockstar recruit that brought me to, well, not just her, but especially her because she recruited a lot and she was selling a lot. Well, she quit after a year and a half. But I found a new one. And you don't be afraid to share with your team that you felt or that you felt like quitting. They need to know. And if they see that their mentor, is feeling the same way that they're feeling, it's gonna be so much easier to relate for them. Or even if they're not there yet, they're not feeling that, once they do feel it, they'll remember that you went through the same thing and that now you're successful and you stuck with it and it was just a bad time. You're gonna hit highs. We're in a high right now. Scentsy is. You're gonna hit lows. You're gonna hit like plateaus or whatever. But if you hit a plateau and you feel like you're stuck in the same level or whatever, then you need to check yourself. Something that you're doing in your life, not especially Scentsy related, is not working. And you need to analyze yourself and be like, okay, what is going on? What's going on? Because I wanted to quit like a couple days before I actually went and asked for help for postpartum depression. I'm like, I just want to quit life. I didn't want to die, but I just didn't want to be present for anyone. I didn't want anyone to need me. And yeah, that's scary, but I got the help I needed. I took time for me because I wasn't taking time for me. It's important to try to find a balance. Like right now, it's work, 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 work. But then when you start feeling overwhelmed, you need to take a couple days off. You just tell your clients, if you start setting your boundaries right now, people will understand. And they will stick with you because they will learn to appreciate that, yeah, you are giving your 110% to them every time, but you also need time for yourself. But yeah, anyway, don't be afraid to fail. Because if you don't fail, you're actually not failing. It's the first attempt in learning, I think. FAIL, first attempt in learning. And that's what I tell my students too. I'm like, if you make a mistake or you're not sure what the answer is, it's fine. Like, the grade is not important. The quiz is just to show you that you need to study more. That's it. It's not a big deal. It's not telling you like you're not good at something or you are learning right now. You need to be willing to fail so that you can learn and get better. You're not going to get it perfectly the first time. I started bingo online parties when the quarantine started. I knew nothing about it. I said to my clients, I'm having a bingo party this day. The first one I had 4 people, sold 200. Second one I did, sold 500, had 8 people. Third one, oh my god, game changer, $1,500. And I had about 12, 14 people on my bingo party. And my fourth one too. The last one I did, same thing. $1,500. So in 2 weeks, I sold for 3 weeks, I sold for $3,000 in Scentsy just by doing my bingo party. Something that I knew nothing about. But I went on YouTube, did my research, tried it out, tweaked it, changed it, made it better. Like, I'm still not a pro at it, but I wasn't afraid to fail. And I'm even telling my customer, I stumble on my word, I'm not prepared, there's something that's not working, whatever, made fun of it. They're gonna laugh with you, but if you're like all stressed out and you're like freaking out, they don't want to stick around. So anyway, Don't be afraid to fail and don't be afraid to share it because people relate to that and they will come back to you. And if it's with your team, they will stick with you. Have a great day and we will talk soon.